welcome back to my channel for another video. So let's jump right into it. So as I promised, I'm touching on postpartum today. So my doctor said I did not have postpartum depression, but I had baby blues. So it's a lesser form of postpartum depression. I never experienced any symptoms like me wanting to kill myself, kill my baby, kill my wife, anything like that, or having like suicidal thoughts. I never experienced anything like that. My baby blues came from my appearance. So I wasn't the skinniest girl before I had my baby, and I'm sure not now. And so I had a little bit of a stomach, but nothing like I have now. And so realizing, like, I think my mind was like, oh, like the Instagram moms or the other influencers that just snap back like that. And I'm thinking like, I'm just gonna snap back. I also thought I was gonna breastfeed, which helps you lose a lot of your baby weight, I heard. And so when I didn't lose my weight like I expected, it just kind of took a toll on me, because I'm like, here I am, I just gave birth to the one of the loves of my life, my greatest joy, my greatest blessing, but I felt like a fat whale. I felt like a fat cow because I was producing some milk and I was fat. And so I just felt like my appearance was all over the place. And then the hormones, your hormones start shifting back to normal pre-pregnancy. And so you have hair loss on top of that. So like my hair literally was coming out in clumps. I was losing, like, I lost my edges at one point. And so I'm just like, at this point my acne started coming back somewhat. And so I just felt like this isn't myself, because some of these things I didn't have pre-pregnancy. And so I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, who am I look at myself in the mirror, I don't know who I am, but I have this little person depending on me, and then my wife's trying to tell me that I'm beautiful, but I'm not, I don't feel it. And so what I have tried to condition myself to remember is that you just gave birth, which everybody cannot do, unfortunately, and it is such a miracle to do so. So be grateful for the experience and the little person that you have here. Secondly, it will all pass. My skin went back to normal. This is like me, I'm about to go to bed, that's why I look like this, but I wanted to talk about this because I've been seeing it a little bit on my timeline, on my social medias, and so I thought maybe this could help somebody. But just know that everything will start leveling out. I am still experiencing, my edges are coming back, thank God. And like my hair is kind of all over the place, but I'm still experiencing some postpartum hair shedding, and so I'm taking vitamins for that, and it's starting to lessen. Some days are worse, some days are better. It just is all a part of your journey on which you created a human being. So I just try not to look at other people and say like, oh, look at them, they snap back. Like, I don't know, did they work out, did they not eat, did they diet, did they have surgery? Like, everything isn't always what it appears to be, what I'm seeing so much of. And so I just try not to judge myself so hard, because my journey is different from everybody else's. So just try to remember that. And also, my wife had a few touch points that she wanted to share, but she's not on the video with me, on a support person. So if you have a spouse or a partner or somebody helping you, just tips that they can do to help you through your postpartum journey. So one, she said help out as much as possible. So little things like, if I was just too tired because, you know, the baby was up, or she had woke up through the middle of the night, you know, just cooking a meal or cooking dinner, which she normally doesn't do. I'm the chef in our house, so just preparing a meal or letting me get some time to just take a nice bath or a shower, you know, just little small things help the most. Also, she said be careful what you say, so about weight, your face, and even acknowledge how beautiful the person is more than normal. I felt sometimes like, because she's my wife, she had to say the things that she did, but sometimes it really helped to just, when I had like those bad days about myself, just her saying like, you know, you look really pretty today, you look beautiful, or kiss my stomach, even though I, you know, still kind of feel like, ew, don't touch my stomach because it's just flappy and jiggly. But just her acknowledging like, thank you for giving birth to our daughter, and just kissing my stomach would really help me. And also, like, if somebody tells you like, oh, you need to put on a girdle or a waist trainer, or, oh, you're looking a little fat, does not help at all, and you should not have those people around you or in your circle, because it doesn't make you feel better about yourself. Also, ask what you can do. So she would ask me like, babe, do you need me to do anything? Do you want me to take the baby for a little bit? Do you need help with your breast pump? Do you need help like with feedings? Like, just her being there at my hand and foot helped me, because I didn't feel super overwhelmed. And that is another thing, as a new mom, or even dad, you just feel like your whole world has shifted, because like small things for me, like just like getting in the car and going to McDonald's to get something to eat by myself, just get in the car and go. Now you have to get your baby downstairs or wherever into the car, strapped in, make sure they're completely fastened in correctly, and then make sure you have their diaper bag and anything else you need, and then pull off. Then you come back, have to offload them, make sure they're okay, then you come back and get your food. Other small things like you don't think about, like for some reason early on, like, and sometimes it's now, it's 9 months now, so even like when I try to eat, it's like she would always cry. Like she would go to sleep and I'm like, whoo, I got a quick window to eat, like I got an hour to eat, shower. Soon as I would go to eat, she would start crying, so that I can't eat, and you have to reheat your food and you're hungry. So it's just little small things that you don't realize, that your pattern or your way of doing things is completely interrupted, because your schedule now revolves around somebody else, and you have to consider somebody else at this point. You can't just like get up and do whatever you want to do. And it's just sometimes you can feel really overwhelmed, and you just have to kind of like just reset. And another thing somebody told me, like when everybody always tells you, like when you're pregnant, like, or expecting, like when the baby sleep, you go to sleep. That is completely impossible and not true, because when the baby sleeps, you have a million other things to do. You have to cook, clean, shower, get yourself together. Like by the time you do that, the baby's waking up. Then you're just like, every single time it seemed like she went to sleep, we had a million and one things to do. Then on top of that, you're trying to be quiet, because some babies are light sleepers. Nala is extremely light sleeper. So if you're loud, that's tiniest bit, she's waking up. So you're trying to like walk on pins, needles, or close their door and watch their monitor to make sure they don't wake up. And so that's not something I would tell a new mom, because it's not realistic. You have a million and one things to do when the baby goes to sleep, or a parent. So you know, you just have to try and find a balance to go to sleep. Try and do as much as you can do when they're asleep, so then at nighttime when they're asleep, then you can try and get some sleep. And it just is completely unrealistic to hear that. And also I heard a lot of moms say like, girl, you're not gonna shower for days and days and days. I would be realistic. There were like a few times I missed a shower, like I didn't shower for 24 hours, because like my baby, by the time like all day I was just super busy. Like when she's napping, I have stuff to do, I have wife duties to take care of as well. So then it's like, by the time it's time to go to sleep, I was pooped out. So I just had to like shower the very next morning. But I never went like days without showering or anything like that. That's not something I ever experienced. But just try to get yourself back into a beauty regimen, because there's certain like I had acne prone skin before I was pregnant, and so I had like certain retinols and chemicals that were in my beauty products. And so post pregnancy, my skin changed. It's combination skin now, and so I had to find new products that work for my skin, on top of postnatal vitamins and things like that. So what I found is to tell new moms to try and find a beauty regimen that works for you and can stick. So try and do that every single day, because I slowly, like if I missed a day of my beauty regimen, like if I didn't completely do my whole skincare regimen one day, I fell off. So your regimen allows you to feel a little bit of normalcy, and it just kind of perks you up a little bit. Like, okay, my hair is done. Like comb your hair every day. Or if you like I had braids post pregnancy, like when I came home from the hospital for like a good month. And so like just doing my little edges, putting it in a little style, or putting it in a ponytail, and doing my skin regimen every day so I had a clean face, it just kind of perks you up a little bit and just doesn't make you kind of look frumpy. You kind of just feel like a little bit put together. And also for me, because you're so face to face, close to your baby, so I found that I want to try and use more cruelty free or vegan or clean products, because my baby has very sensitive skin. So what affects on my skin can affect her skin, because we're so close face to face, and she loves like being like nestled into your face and in your neck and stuff. So anything that I put on my skin affects her. So just finding new products and new things to perk yourself up, if that's you doing your makeup every day or once a week, or your skincare regimen, or your hair, just find something that makes you feel really good about yourself. Also, she said, let the new mom or partner get some rest while you do something else. So like I said, there were times when I was so freaking tired, and I think my wife knew it, because she'd be like, when the baby sleep, you go sleep. And there were even times where she's like, go in the room, close the door, I got the baby for a few hours, like just rest. And even to this day, I can take a 10-hour nap and I still wake up feeling tired as heck, like I didn't even take a nap. But it just is mom life, and that is what it is right now. And she's such a good sleeper. Like, our baby loves her sleep just as much as we do. So from like 2 to 3 weeks old, she was on a schedule and she loves her sleep. But she's so active during the day that it just feels like it's just constant with her. So by the time she goes to sleep, I have dishes to do, make bottles, I have to cook, I have to spend time with my wife. It's so much other stuff to do. So by the time I'm going to sleep, it's like midnight, 1 o'clock. I'm also doing something else, so then I have to study for that. So it's so much other stuff that I'm sleeping about 1 a.m. She gets up at 7, but I have to be at work at 7, so I'm up at like 6:30. So you do the math on the amount of sleep, you know what I mean? So just trying to get some rest on the weekends and ask your partner. And don't be afraid to ask for help. That is another thing. Like, if you start feeling like, hey, I need a break, I need to go and drive, I need to go to the store, just get a breath of fresh air, I need to go on a walk, let somebody know, because that can also kind of make you a little bit kind of like, you know, feeling like you know, helpless. So just don't be afraid to ask for help. You know, just get out and go do something. If you need a break, it's okay to say that you need a break, because my wife works 24-hour shifts. So when she's home, there was one time I was like, as a new mom, I was like, when she was young, when she was like 2 or 3 months old, and my wife went back to work for the first time, I was so scared. When she got back home, I was like, I need a break, because all day I was still on maternity leave, but all day I had the baby by myself, and at the time I had the dogs as well. So I'm juggling the 2 dogs, a new baby, trying to feed and cook and clean, and it was a lot. And so don't be afraid to ask for help. And lastly, she said, if they decide to work out or exercise, try to do it with them, because it kind of helps and is a little bit motivating. So like, if I miss a day of workout or exercise, she's like, hey, what's going on? Like, you need to get on it, you need to get on it, like, let's go do it, or let's go walk, let's go work out. And so it's just good to be motivated by your partner, but also motivate yourself. Like, I'm trying to do this thing, and I did it, and I lost like 4 pounds in a week, and then I kind of stopped and slacked off. But I don't eat past 8 o'clock p.m. and then I don't eat before 8 a.m. So I fast for 12 hours, and then the only thing in between then that I have is like some type of liquid. And then there's special occasions, like if I'm going on a date, or we're running late, or we're out late, then I would do that. But other than that, I don't eat past 8 p.m. unless, like I said, we're running late, or we were out and we got home late or something like that, or it was just like a circumstance to where she was put to bed late and it's like my turn to do bath time. So just try to stay encouraged, try to just be positive. Like, I'm trying to wear this like girdle thing, which I'll show you guys in the next video of my must-haves for my like my baby must has, I'm gonna do that. So if you guys have any questions about products or anything like that, let me know, because I'm gonna be doing a 0 to 6 month my baby must have and favorites of the stuff we used for her when she was 0 to 6 months. So I love you guys so much. I hope this helps a mom. It's okay. It's hard work, and postpartum is no joke. So check all your mom friends out there, or even like a new dad, because you know, the new dad may feel even worse, like they don't have breasts to breastfeed and they're trying to figure it out, you know. So if you have a new parent that you know, check on them, make sure they're okay, ask do you need anything. And I think also another huge thing, COVID, you know, is here. So I couldn't really have like support and stuff like that from our friends or family, because I was concerned who had COVID, who didn't. And so for us, anybody that comes around our child, we have asked them to take a COVID test and show us the negative results. Like, we do not play about the safety of us or our child. And so thankfully we have not contracted coronavirus. We've gotten like 2 or 3 tests and they all were negative, but you know, we weren't able to get the help or anything like that because of COVID. And then all this Black Lives Matter stuff going on, and the president being really crazy, you know, it just kind of really took a toll, because I'm like just watching our country in ruins, almost in chaos. And so that was another huge thing. But just check on your friends or new parents out there, because it's hard out here, but we all have to stick together. Support another parent. If you see them kind of down, encourage them. Like, I've seen moms and I message them like, hey, you're doing a great job, or this or that, you know, because some days, like, you don't know, you know, what may pick you up. Like, my god sister wrote me this lovely message one day and just told me how proud of like my growth was and things like that. And it brings tears to my eyes even thinking about it, because some days I feel discouraged. Like, I'm trying to build my channel, I'm trying to do other avenues for careers, and I feel like people don't watch my channel, or I'm not reaching anybody, I'm not helping anybody. But little do I know, I am, and I'm going to, you know. So just try to stay encouraged and know that, you know, your little one depends on you, they need you. And if you need help, ask somebody, talk to your gynecologist or your support systems or anything like that, and it's gonna be okay. Don't feel crazy. Postpartum or baby blues is real. It happens. My gynecologist told me it happens to everybody, whether it's baby blues or full-on postpartum depression. It's real, it happens, and it's okay, and you're gonna get through it. So I love you guys so much. I'll be back with another video next week. Love you.